I don't know anything about her murder.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I really don't.
We really do. You do. We know more than you think we do.
I don't want to talk anymore right now.
On October 24th, 2016, 22-year-old Katie Blauvelt was caught on CCTV inside her workplace. Her shift was ending, and she was in good spirits. She planned to meet her mother for dinner at 3 p.m. Before leaving, she called her mom and snapped a quick selfie. It would be the last photo she ever took. Not long after, Katie's phone pinged for the final time. Then nothing. No calls. No messages. No signal. 5 hours passed. By 7 p.m., Katie still hadn't arrived. Her mother's concern turned into panic. At 7:48 p.m., she reported her daughter missing. Police, friends, and family mobilized immediately, but detectives were left with a terrifying mystery. A 5-hour gap where Katie had seemingly vanished in a thin air. 10 more hours passed with no leads. Then at 12:33 a.m., police received a call that would change everything. A man named Roer, one of Katie's friends, claimed he'd found her body inside an abandoned house deep in the woods near Southeast Main Street. When officers arrived, they noticed something unsettling right away. The house was covered in graffiti, some of it resembling satanic symbols. Wayne led them into the basement, where a large concrete box sealed with plywood sat against the wall. Inside was a nightmare. Katie's body lay inside the box. A knife was embedded in her neck. She had suffered 16 stab wounds. Her clothing was disturbed, suggesting a sexually motivated killing. There were no clear signs of struggle. Her phone was later found submerged in water, deliberately destroyed. To detectives, it looked obvious. Wayne had found the body. Wayne knew the house. Wayne had once dated Katie. He was detained immediately. What investigators didn't realize was that every detail of that crime scene had been carefully arranged. Not to hide the truth, but to redirect it. Wayne was being framed. During interrogation, Wayne revealed that he once lived with Katie and her husband, John Blauvelt. He admitted their relationship caused tension. He even claimed John had been jealous and violent while drunk. Wayne's story was messy, emotional, and full of gaps, exactly what detectives expect from someone hiding something. And the pressure began to mount. Officers questioned why Wayne never called police earlier, why he walked into the house himself, why he didn't check the bathroom properly. For hours, they pushed him toward confession, appealing to guilt, faith, and fear. "You just need to lay the burden down," one detective said. "That's the only way you'll be forgiven." But Wayne didn't break, and without physical evidence, police were forced to let him go, though they took his DNA before releasing him. Just hours later, officers discovered Katie's abandoned car miles away from the crime scene. It looked like she had left in a hurry. Why it was there would remain a mystery for months. At this point, the real killer's plan was working perfectly. That killer was John Blauvelt, Katie's husband. But Wayne's comments about jealousy led detectives to dig into John's past. What they uncovered changed everything. Months earlier, Katie had filed a restraining order against John, accusing him of pulling a gun on her and demanding her phone. Suddenly, investigators had motive. On October 26th, police approached John at his military office. When informed that Katie was dead, John appeared calm. Too calm. He immediately redirected attention, mentioning that Katie had been dating around. It wasn't grief. It was strategy. By controlling the narrative early, John subtly planted the idea that someone else had a reason to kill her. When asked about Wayne, John did something unexpected. He defended him. This wasn't kindness. It was manipulation, reverse empathy. By appearing reasonable and cooperative, John made himself seem incapable of violence. With no direct evidence, police had to let him go. But John wasn't done. Detectives began interviewing people close to Katie, friends, roommates, family members. And one by one, they unknowingly repeated John's story. That Katie dated many men. That John was home that night. That he loved her. Except one person. Cheyenne, Katie's niece. She didn't protect him. She told detectives that John was angry. That he blamed Katie for ruining his life. For his job troubles. For the restraining order. Then she revealed the detail that made detectives freeze. John had a $150,000 life insurance policy on Katie. For the first time, John's perfect plan began to crack. But motive wasn't enough. John had used his military training to clean, stage, and misdirect the crime scene. He had manipulated witnesses. He had created reasonable doubt at every turn. And without DNA or physical proof, detectives were stuck. The man who committed a brutal, calculated murder was free, living his life, controlling the narrative, and walking away from justice. For now, because while John believed he had committed the perfect crime, he made one mistake, and it would take years, but that mistake would eventually bring everything crashing down.